Hello everyone, welcome to Wicked.west.books. My name is Meg West, and I liked Gemina as much as I liked A Court of Mist and Fury. Maybe more, maybe not quite so much. Gemina by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff is the only book that I read during the month of November. Because of NaNoWriMo, there was not a lot of free time for reading, but my New Year's resolution to participate in all Booksplosion books for the year, I was not going to give up on the second book in one of my favorite series from 2016. And I was really looking forward to Gemina, and I really wanted to read Gemina. So I participated. Knocked this book out in 2 days. And when I put it down, I honestly did not know if this was going to be my top pick for the read of 2016. Previously, that spot had been held by A Court of Mist and Fury, which I know it has some problems, but it's still absolutely amazing to me, and I loved it to pieces. I still love it to pieces. And when it comes to A Court of Mist and Fury or Gemina, I can kind of choose both because they are very different in plots and high fantasy versus sci-fi, so they can both be favorites in their own categories, but Gemina was absolutely incredible. I really enjoyed Illuminae, but I enjoyed Gemina so much more, and it was just absolutely amazing. That's about all I can say to be completely spoiler-free for Gemina, so if you haven't read it, you can come back when you have. I'm going to just kind of babble about it, really. It's going to be more of a babble than a true review. One of the things that I liked so much in Gemina were the illustrations. The illustrations that were done by Marie Lu, who is the author of the Legend series. They were absolutely adorable. They, have some artistic ability behind it without being overly detailed, and it's completely believable that a teenager would put them in a diary that she uses to keep track of things by drawing pictures, and it really painted a nice picture. It gave us a great look into her as a character, and it also gave us a really good view of what the characters would actually look like. And it was a really good way to get drawn into the world. A little bit more spoilery if you haven't read the book. One of the things I really liked was the hit list they gave us. These are all of the enemies that come on to Heimdall in order to take it over, and each one that has an X on it has been killed at that point, and they update the list throughout the book, and that was one of my favorite things. You can still see a tab in here that is on the last page of the list that I had gotten to before finishing the book, because I kept referencing back to that to find out just who had been killed for whatever reason. One of kind of the only downsides in Gemina was the fact that there was a love triangle, but to me it seemed obvious who she would end up with, and she did end up with that person, which I am very proud of, because the guy she was with at the beginning just didn't seem to have too much of a personality to me, and he also seemed like she was a fragile doll when she had never ever been that in her entire life, and that's not a good relationship. It doesn't work out that well if you have a strong woman who is very capable of taking care of herself, and the guy just can't see that and tries to take care of her against her will. It's not the best way to play out a relationship. And the other guy, Nick, did not see her that way. He saw her independence, and yes, he wanted to protect her, but he knew that she had the capability to protect herself and save herself, and that he did not have to do it for her. And that honestly won him a lot of points with me. And then, of course, near the end of Gemina, you get some of the characters from the first book jumping into the storyline, and it was really great to see, especially Aiden again. And he still has the same personality, and it's still absolutely insane, but he's getting a little bit better about understanding humans a little bit, and it was great to see him again. And then, of course, near the end of the book, it absolutely tore my heart in two when the files say that everybody died, and I was like, what? You can't do that. They just went through everything together, and you just killed all of them in one fell swoop. How could you do that to me? And I was like, this can't be it. This cannot be it. This has to be some kind of trick. And thank goodness it was, because I was almost in tears. It takes a lot for a book to put me in tears, and Gemina had me that close. It was overwhelming. It was very overwhelming. And the fact that this book made me feel all of these things is why it's like my second choice for 2016. Second choice only because sci-fi is not my favorite genre. Now that you've had all of the spoilers, which I said not to watch for, you should definitely read it, because it is amazing. So yeah, that's all I really have to say for this kind of just babble. If you liked it, please give me a thumbs up down below, and feel free to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I post videos every Wednesday, or else I lose books. Thank you guys for watching. Have a wicked day.